Hey, I'm Michael.
And I'm Avy.
And today we want to talk to you a little bit about a Canadian chain, Shoppers Drug Mart. So for those of you who aren't familiar, for our American counterparts, CVS, Walgreens type situation. For those of you in the UK, maybe a Lloyd's. And they did something really interesting, Abby. Why don't you tell us what they've done with their assortment?
Yeah, so just recently, Shoppers Drug Mart, they carry like fragrances, they carry like lotion, soap, everything you find in a drugstore, but they also carry electronics.
Okay.
And they're actually phasing them out. And why they're phasing them out, they said, one, moves much slower, much higher out of pocket, but the margin is extremely low.
Okay.
And they found that people who buy within their electronics department, they don't actually buy, they just buy that one item. They're not buying other items within the cart.
Yeah, it must be hard on electronics to compete with, the Amazons, the Best Buys, all those kind of big chains, right?
So which would explain why the price is where it is within those stores, right?
Yeah, it's really interesting dynamic because it's really mixed, right? It's product mix, and how do you think about your product mix? Because that space that they have the electronics in, it could probably be utilized for something that, you're right, it's going to be a lower out of pocket, probably higher margin, but the turns on it probably can be much, much better. And how do you think about optimizing, in this case, it's your portfolio, you have limited shelf space, but how do you think about what you're offering and what impact that actually has on your bottom line price and financials?
Yeah, and it must have been eye-opening for them, because if you're moving like $100, $200 transaction size and you're making like $20, and then you're looking
it's a lot of soap you got to sell.
Yeah, but at the same time, they're saying, hey, this bottle of cream, I made like a $2 margin on it. I can turn it like 20 or 30 times faster. I mean, it gets wheels turning, and like good on them for being proactive and managing that portfolio and making sure they're maximizing their space at the same time.
Yeah, I think it's a great viewpoint of proactively kind of managing mix, because a lot of the times we find that when we work with companies, they might calculate, they might do something, but it's a very reactive type of thing that they're looking at. They see something happens and they react. No one's really looking at it proactively to say, hey, how do we really optimize the position that we're in?
I think often why they're so reactive is the decisions that are made on what to carry in the portfolio and how to carry it in the portfolio. It's not being done analytically. A lot of time it's coming back to emotion within the organization. Hey, we need that to round out our product offering. We need this for this strategic reason. We've cut a supplier agreement in this area.
Yeah.
And it's nice to see that they're really thinking about this in a rational way, and also doing the right thing for the customer too, because if that's not the core Shoppers Drug Mart customer, why are you carrying that product?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm excited to see what they put in the space, and it'll be an interesting experiment to see over the next couple of months.
Definitely. Thanks for tuning in this week.
Thanks, everyone.